I'm feeling for ya. Ooh, girl, you're blowing my mind.
What's up, y'all? I had to go back to our original, the way we came in tonight. I know it's been a while, but we back, y'all. Tuesday night sports talk on TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with the global reach, y'all. I ain't gonna take too much time. I do want to give a shout out to all the women. It's National Women's Month, and this bad fella, y'all. Salute to all you women out there that's doing your thing, holding it down for us. So y'all ain't gonna take too much time. I'm gonna bring our fellas in. My crew representing the Midwest, y'all. I'm gonna go and jump in with the Midwest. Fresh off the Two Dog Sports Show out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Show some love for my main man, Mr. Jeremiah. What?
What's up, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Let's get started, baby. Let's go.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Jeremiah looking good, man. You had a good weekend?
Yeah, I had a real good weekend. It was a real good weekend. I made it through. I'm alive, so I'm good.
All right, y'all keep bringing in my fellas, man, showing the love from the Midwest, representing that Oklahoma. He's going to represent Langston University. Going to be coming in here throwing them LUs, throwing them L's up. Yo, show him some love. My co-host of In the Room, Mr. Philip Townsend.
What's up, baby? L's up. Congratulations to Langston in the NAI men's basketball tournament. Anyway, way to go, Lions. Mighty Lions.
All right, we'll get to talk about it, see if they still doing their thing in the NCAA.
NAI.
Anyway, I'm going to bring it. Let me go to the West Coast, y'all, because, it's been raining out there. They've been having some weather, apocalypse type of weather out there, man. But he's surviving out there, man, and he's still touring, our national touring comedian, y'all. Show him some love. Mr. Mark Howard in the house, y'all.
What up, Mark? Is NAIA and Langston made it to what would be the equivalent of the Sweet 16.
Yes.
And
it's over, Vance, as I said.
Yeah, it took Georgetown to beat them.
Wow. Georgetown, NAIA?
Georgetown, Kentucky.
Oh, okay. Well, explain that. Explain. Hey, but one Georgetown we know of around this bad fella. Them Hoyas still got a little love.
Got love. They better splash with this hit they just made. We'll talk about that later.
Okay. Well, y'all, fellas, I'm glad we back, man. We settled up here. Looking good. I'm good to hear what you guys got to talk about. So I'm gonna jump right in. What's going on right now? March Madness. The tournament's in full swing. So fellas, right now, tell me. I know we're up to the Sweet 16. Up to this point, what is your biggest shocker that's happened in the tournament? I'm gonna start with you, Two Dogs.
And which one, the women or the men?
Let's do the men, brother. Let's do the men.
I don't really have a big shocker in the men. A lot of them that lost. I didn't have Purdue making it past the second round. Kansas, I figured once they found out Bill Self wasn't gonna be on the sideline, I figured they'll lose too. Which I didn't even have Kansas making to my Final Four. I had them going to the Sweet 16. That's about it. So I really don't have a big shocker. The teams that are there are good teams. I say if you want to say anybody, it'd be Florida Atlantic. If you want to say anybody, but other than that, the teams that are there are good teams, and they deserve to be there.
Okay, Mark, what do you say? Any? You have any shockers this year?
Yes, I'm shocked that two of my Final Four picks lost in the first round.
Elaborate.
Purdue with the big upset by Farley Dickinson, who ended up losing the next game. So that was a fluke. And then my long shot was 7th seed Texas A&M. What?
Oh Lord, have mercy. Okay, so now real
You were
quick,
shooting long for that one, wasn't you?
real quick,
They're
man.
a 7th seed.
Elaborate on them terrapins, man. Elaborate a little bit on them terrapins, Mark.
Well, the Terrapins are going through a transition. New coach this year with the senior group, but still a lot of holes in it. They had a lot of transfers they had a mature team, but not battle tested to the Big Ten level and to the national spotlight. So I'm looking for Coach Willard to actually, once he can get in his recruits and get the players that'll be playing to his system in the next 2-3 years, I see Maryland being a force. And I'm praying they get out that devilish Big 12 and go back home to the ACC where they belong. I mean, Big 10, rather.
Big 12. I'm like, when they go to Big 12?
Well,
I mean, it's all messed up. The Big 12 ain't got 12, and the Big 10 got more than 10.
well, let me bring my co-host in and see what he got to say. How's his bracket maybe looking, man? Any shockers so far in the tournament for you, Mr. Philip Townsend?
Well, look, shout out to Tony Kornheiser and Farley Dickinson. But anyway, the thing is Purdue. How can Purdue not be a shocker that they lost? But I tell you what isn't a shock anymore, and I wish you people in Kentucky would get over it. It's not a shock when Kentucky loses. You've been losing. Stop acting like you're shocked, and John Calipari shouldn't lose. He's not getting the same type of talent that he was getting previously. So stop it, you maniacal, nonsensical idiots.
Not since NIL done took place. Anyway, he ain't getting them number one recruits.
Also, what people don't want to say is he really ain't that good of a coach.
Stop hating, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Hey,
Calipari and Patino.
Just because.
No, Patino can coach, Vance.
No, Patino can coach, Vance.
Stop.
He
I
just
tried to
cheat.
tell Vance about that the other day. Vance,
Stop.
stop it. Let's move on, because Vance is already
He just can't cheat well without getting caught.
Yeah,
Calipari cheats well, don't get caught.
Patino just allegedly got to get the right strippers.
That's right. Well, look here, y'all. Let me take a quick change of break. That starts our show off with the surprises. Any surprises we had from the NCAA? And then
What about the women?
Any surprises with the women? We can come right back to. Okay, we'll come right back. Of course. Let me just go to good Chris Staples. You've been tuning in to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. TAN TV. Okay, Jeremiah, I'm gonna bring you on, man. What surprises you got for the women's side?
The biggest surprise is Stanford getting beat. That's the biggest surprise. But then also, this is the first time ever that you've had that all 4 number 1 seeds didn't make the Sweet 16
in a long time.
And so Indiana was a powerhouse, and they lost also. So that's one of the biggest surprises, which shapes out pretty good, for these final teams. In there, you have South Carolina against UCLA and Notre Dame against Maryland for the Elite Eight in the Elite Eight. Then you got Miami against Villanova, which Miami is a shocker because they're a 9 seed, but they dirty things up. Miami do, which they had Indiana. Whoever they played before.
Indiana.
They had them talking noise to them after the game. Then you got LSU and Utah, which you got Coach Mulkey down there at LSU, and that one girl they got, she's nice. She's pretty much all they got, but she's carrying that team, and they're looking pretty good. So these last games in the women is going to be nice. This Elite Eight is going to be nice.
Well, speaking of that female, now can I say her name? When you bring up Maryland, her brother plays for Maryland. She's from Baltimore, Maryland.
I just hate they got the women's games coming on at the same time that the men's games are.
Yeah. Who made that scheduling?
Man,
someone that didn't want to respect National Women's
Month. Yeah, ain't that something? So, Mark, man, what's your surprise on the women's side?
I'm surprised we talking about it. I'm sorry. I'm stop. The views that are said by Mark Howard, not anybody knows.
I got you. I
By
got the
in the
right title
room.
under there. I got the right title.
Surprised me. Well, you said not all the number one seeds. South Carolina's still in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only one.
No.
Who
No,
else?
they
I
got-
would say obviously there's no way. I mean, you could pick somebody to be different, but the obvious surprise is Stanford. I could say looking at Virginia Tech losing, but they lost to number 4 seed. In the tournament, those are the team I'd say all year long. North Carolina underachieved, and I'm shout out to my man Spike Walters, my mate from high school, who's the assistant coach on the team. He's not my classmate; he graduated before me, but he's one of the assistants on the team, and they've underachieved all year long.
Okay.
But my Maryland Terps, my Maryland women, they're going to the Final Four.
Hey, Vance, looks like we got visitors anyway. I see Sedaria and Bella.
Well, Phil, I think we're gonna do some special for Sedaria on this one. Dedicate this show to her,
What?
man, because she's one of the loyal fans that show up, man, and I know. So we're gonna dedicate this show to you, Sedaria.
Cool.
Sports Talk on TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach. Hope y'all doing good, y'all. So, Phil,
Yes, sir.
what's your surprise? happening,
Again, as I
the
said
women's
earlier, Stanford. I'm a big Stanford fan, and I really thought that they'd be there much closer than what they are now. But that's it. So the two surprises, Stanford and Indiana, out. But what can you say?
Yeah, I think that color at Iowa, I'm shocked. Iowa's still in it, which is good. Another shocker is Colorado beat Duke.
Why is
Duke
it
is
a
one.
shocker that Iowa's still in it? Because old girl is a
Well,
shooter.
it's not a shocker that Iowa's in it. The shocker is Colorado's still in it.
Okay.
They beat Duke
6 seed.
and beat them pretty good. Duke was a powerhouse in the ACC. So
I mean, one ACC.
Okay.
so
I think they did.
now you got Virginia Tech won the ACC.
Virginia Tech one, yeah.
So it's supposed to be interesting. That Virginia Tech Tennessee game gonna be good. Tennessee, they're a 4 seed, but they came along towards the end of the year. They got things rolling, and Tennessee is looking pretty good. So that's gonna be a good game. I think UConn gonna beat Ohio State. I like UConn over Ohio State. That's gonna be a good one, good 2-3 game. So
Okay.
the Sweet 16 is looking real nice.
Well, I tell you what, y'all, March and it's madness, and it's just like every year. Every year never disappoints me. From the Cinderella teams to whoever cuts down the nets. So right now, I'm going to take a quick station break, y'all. Hey, so glad if you just tuned in. You tuned in to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. You're in the room, and it's Sports Talk tonight, y'all. So, so we're going to jump into our first favorite segment of the night, y'all. And it's a segment. What's up?
You're welcome, Sedaria.
Can we get some quieter food from Mark?
That,
I'm sorry.
Crunch. He on that Captain Crunch, man.
My bad.
I was doing on some Cardelos, but I started matching up the sound with Mark. I thought it was going to be me at first.
I thought I could get away with it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Food police, man. All right. But anyway, y'all, at this time, the one that hosts the Two Dog Sports Show Talk out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, is now getting ready for his segment. Our first favorite segment is called Just a Doggone Minute. Jeremiah, what you gonna be talking about tonight, brother?
All right, people, let's get this going. I'll be doggone, just a doggone minute. It's the it's the GOAT talk. And everybody, we always say MJ is the GOAT in basketball. We say LeBron James is not the GOAT, it's MJ. We say because MJ got 6 rings, he never lost the finals. But we say Tom Brady is the GOAT, but Tom Brady ain't undefeated in championships. So it's like Chris Rock said, it's selective complaining. You know, you complain. You're very selective on how you complain and how you compare this. You know, but I beg to differ. You know, people don't want to say Serena Williams. You know, we say she's the GOAT. Then everybody wants to say Martina Navratilova and Chris Everett, they the GOAT, and all this other. Then people say Tiger Woods is the GOAT. But then some people say Jack Nicklaus or Arnold Palmer, they the GOAT. You know, it's selective on who you want to be the GOAT. It's all about what you're looking for. You know, people out, you know, we look at MJ's career. MJ, I think, would be one of the top players. Even if he didn't win 6 rings, he still was feared and one of unstoppable, especially when you hear people from that era talk about Michael Jordan. I think LeBron James is feared, but he's feared in a different way than what Michael Jordan was feared or what Kobe was feared. So I think it's selective on who you want the GOAT to be. Because me personally, I don't think Tom Brady is the GOAT. I like Joe Montana. You know? I like John Elway. You know, I like Warren Moon. You know, I don't, you know, if I had to pick someone to play and end the game to make a drive, I'd probably go with Joe Montana. I might even go with Roger Staubach. So, you know, it's very selective on what the GOAT talk is. But I just think it's about eras. LeBron James, he's an awesome player. I think he's a GOAT and he's in his own right. Michael Jordan, he's a GOAT in his own right. Tom Brady, a GOAT. Serena Williams, a GOAT. You know, I can say Warren Moon, Joe Montana's a GOAT. So it's all about what you're looking for. And you don't have to put someone else down to uplift someone else to be the GOAT. It's all about eras. And if it's up to me, my choice, I'm choosing Michael Jordan. But someone else, their choice, they're choosing LeBron James. Someone else, their choice, they're choosing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's all about what you choose, baby. That's all that matters. And I'll be doggone if I'm not out. Peace.
Jeremiah, stop that, man. I'm going to bring the fellas back in. Lord have mercy. Now, that was the first just a doggone minute. I almost came in and cut your mic off.
See what I'm saying? See, Vance, you're the reason why I said what I said at the end.
No. See,
it's all about choices.
Everybody don't know Larry Moe, they be ganging up on me, but they can't win. But Jeremiah, what you just spewed out?
No.
Like Stephen A. say, is blasphemous.
No,
man.
What I spewed out was true.
Okay.
LeBron James might be the GOAT to someone else. Michael Jordan might be the GOAT to someone else. It's all about what you want, and it's all about eras. Everybody is different. I don't think Tom Brady is the GOAT. I like Joe Montana. But
I don't think Joe Montana the GOAT. That dude from Kansas City took all that right now.
With Michael Jordan, y'all always say he was 6-0. Well, y'all say Tom Brady is the GOAT. He wasn't 6-0.
Okay.
We say Serena Williams was the GOAT, and she wasn't undefeated. So it knocks out that 6-0 record stuff.
Okay, we're gonna have a GOAT show. Okay, so where we can talk.
Don't we have one now?
No, we're gonna cut it right now. We're gonna cut short, and we're gonna move on to the NBA because I got something important to get to.
I'll say real quick. Still, Warren Moon's name should have been put in that list. But go ahead.
No. Warren Moon was a bad man.
Jeremiah,
he was, but not
that. Jeffro. Okay, look here. This is what I want to get to. And I want to ask Larry, Curly, and Mo, my main guys, will the Lakers make the playoffs? Who want to take it first?
I take it first. I ain't got no shame in it. If Anthony Davis come out and play like Anthony Davis need to play, yes, they will. They only half a game back from the 10th spot. They only have full game back from the 9th, 10th, or the 8th spot. So
Wait,
there's
wait,
no
wait.
reason.
If he
There's
played like he
no
played the
reason.
other night,
There's no reason why they shouldn't make it into the playing game. LeBron James probably be back. They got 10 games left. I say by the 5th game, he'll probably be back. That foot will be ready to go. And if AD play like AD's supposed to play, and with the cast of characters and the players that they have, yes, they will. Because one reason I say that, D'Angelo Russell and Malik Beasley, they not supposed to let Minnesota make the play-in game and the Lakers out. And they just got traded from them. That ain't supposed to happen. So they supposed to go all out.
okay, man. Let's hear what this one got to say about it. These two next jokers. That one right there, Mr. Mark Howard. Will the Lakers make the play?
Yeah, I ain't know that one.
That one right there.
All I know is my Wizards are tanking. Nilly. We can't even beat Orlando now.
See what I say, Phil? See what I feel? See that diversion? Now he all off on the Wizards. He's trying to get you to answer about
me off on. That's my team. As far as the Lakers go, I mean, I don't care. But the thing is that I think they'll squeak in. I think they'll squeak in. They're kind of going through a little rough point here, but yeah, I can't go with the ifs. Obviously, if AD can play the way people expect AD, but again, when AD was the franchise player, his team was never that good. His teams were never that. They were okay, and now with him probably a little more tenderfoot, and worrying about getting hurt, he not gonna give all of what he should give at times, or whatever the case may be. But I like the way they've made the trades and described the team. Now it should work. This really should work for them. They just got to realize who's who and who's what. And
so tell me, what your boy gonna plan to do? What is he gonna do? How's he gonna fit?
LeBron?
Yeah, your
LeBron?
boy. Yeah, and that's your king.
Well, he's everyone's king. Bow down. It just depends. I mean, I think he wants to try to make it back, and I think if it's close and he can get back, then he'll play to try to secure the playoff spot or lock that in. Kind of like what he did before a year or so ago. Anyway, we won't go into that. But if he can get back, he'll be back.
All right.
And
let me hear from co-host. Because he's another one. He the one. Let me hear from co-host.
Obvious, Vance. You must want this information so you can go place the bet on the king. All rise. The thing is this: the Lakers will make it into the playoffs, but here's the beauty of it. Where Anthony Davis's fail is that Anthony Davis, he's looking at the team from the fact that there are so many other players that are willing to take the ball off the dribble and take the shot. They have so many other players who will do that now. Anthony Davis, he abdicates that to them, and he allows them to do more than he should, because he should insert himself into the game more than he does. He should be more aggressive into the game in wanting balls, doing anything. But because the surrounding cast is one that will go ahead, not only initiate, but take those shots. Now, you want to know where LeBron comes in? LeBron comes in as the guy who takes charge and says, yeah, I'm glad you all can do all of that because we've definitely been needing it, but you're going to get it off of what I do and what AD does. And so that's what LeBron is going to do, Vance. He's going to do the take charge thing, and you're going to see a team much like Jeremiah has said, nobody will want to see in the playoffs.
And I've thrown this in advance. If you look at how this is going, makes you appreciate how the kind of work that LeBron James put out there doing. It wasn't no easy task, man.
Okay. We never said
Everybody can't do what he do.
Next,
I agree. The ones that playing now, anyway.
drop the mic.
No, that wasn't a drop, Mike. I mean, you clarified the ones
No,
that
he
are
dropped the
playing
mic,
now.
man.
The
Yeah,
ones that are
absolutely. 'Cause
playing now.
you're absolutely.
Next,
You're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
So
I know there wasn't nobody else that was taking teams this week moving forward. But
come
go ahead.
on, man.
okay,
Next.
well, hey man, but tell them to boo boo. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna take a station break. When we come back, we're gonna go into our second favorite segment of the night, and it's a segment that we simply call Marc's Rants. You tune in to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach, y'all. Make sure you read our ticket taker down there. I want to give a shout out to the Bear County Panthers, the SA Legends in basketball, Bonafide Sportsman, No BS. And my main man, I want to give a shout out to my main man, David Garrett, man. Rest in peace, my brother. That was a good dude. When I first came to SA, man, him and his dad out there in the West End took a brother in. They saw me coming. They said, "Uh-oh, we got to look out for this boy." He wanted to hoop. We was hooping, but they looked out for me, man. They looked out for my guy, man. So one love for my man David. Rest in peace. All right, y'all. We're gonna go into our second favorite segment of the night. And it's a segment, like I said, simply called Marc's Rant. Mark, what you about tonight, my brother?
I had a few things to get on, but I just really decided right here is to jump on somebody I've been jumping on. I'm just add this. So we saw Ja's speech, and he did an great interview with Jalen Rose, and then he did a press conference today. And I thought he handled himself well. I could tell he definitely didn't want to be in that, but I think he handled himself well. But what's funny is somebody want to invoke their opinion on stuff that everybody done made a martyr out of, and that's another one I've talked about often. Mr. Kyrie Irving says there was an overload of judgment on John Morant. Overload. That means going over way too much. So you didn't have a problem with him putting hands on a kid over a basketball game in his house and having friends jump on it and intimidate that? You didn't have a problem with him going to a school because the sister was getting into some trouble instead of having it done the right way? You didn't have a problem with him showing a gun. I mean, I'm not trying to place him to be a killer or a criminal, but to show a gun on social media, but it's an overload of judgment. Now we're just victims all the time now. No responsibility. This is this era. Want to do whatever they want, but don't want to accept responsibility. John Morant, at least verbally, showed more acceptance of responsibility than Kyrie, and then Kyrie comes in with his off of his choice of doing things. And again, I'm not tripping off the accusations of him putting up something that's felt to be anti-Semitic. But you have to know that if you put something like that, it's going to get attention. Just like if you raise up a pistol on screen and put it out on social media, it's going to make attention. Am I saying something new? Am I saying something old school? Attention is attention. That's always going to be the case. But there's an overload of judgment. Look, man, you've been in this for a while. People are going to make judgment, whether you think it's right or not. And you can spend your time all you want to try to say that, oh, we need to stop judging people. People are going to judge. People are going to judge. What you need to stop doing is stop making excuses. Stop trying to shuck responsibility or accountability. It was dumb. If anything else, what John Morant did was dumb. Getting caught up, falling for your own press, feeling overwhelmingly an overload of feeling invincible is what you want to say on John Morant's part, to feel like he can't get checked. Well, you found out. You will get checked. Don't mess up all this money that's coming your way. That's what you need to talk to him about, Kyrie. Don't mess up your money. Don't mess up your shoe deals. Don't mess up when your contract is there, all right? Overloaded judgment. Get out of this victimized stuff, man. John, straighten it out. I believe that you just need to get yourself checked. You need to have a hard lesson. I'm hoping it doesn't take one more. I'm hoping you go, that was a close call, and straighten yourself out, man. All right, but and my first bit of advice for you is don't listen to fools like Kyrie Irving trying to make a victim out of stuff. I'm done.
Man, I Mark, I'm with you, and I'm wishing, I'm pulling for him, young man. I'm pulling for him.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I'm pulling for him, man. You know, and I hope he, like I said, man, I hope he gets the guidance. You know,
I mean, he's grown. He don't need guidance per se. He just needs to get a reality check, and hopefully this is a reality check. But all this crying victim, oh man, this overwhelming of judgment. I'm sure there were people that said some stuff that was over the top. That's gonna come with the territory. When you tweet
blood on Thursday.
okay.
When you tweet and stuff like that, come on, man. I mean, you're looking for attention, and then you got the nerve to be mad when you get it. How does that compute?
Well, man, these youngsters, they gonna learn, man, and that's a lot of money. I hope that young man don't blow it, man. Don't blow it, yo. But you know, hope he get his
Don't
help,
trick
man.
off your
Then you
money.
gotta look, huh?
Don't trick off your money.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, y'all. So in that, while we gonna stay in the NBA, man, I'm gonna throw another question at you too. Uh, what's up with the Warriors, man? Why they having so much problems on the road over there? Talk to me, Phil.
I don't care about the Warriors.
Well, tell them why though.
I need them to have trouble on the road. Again, look, look. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether they have trouble on the road or trouble at home. For those of you that think they're going to go back to back champions or anything of that nature, it's not happening. They haven't been good on the road all year long. They haven't even broke double digit. So it's not going to happen. And in order to win a championship, you got to be able to win on the road. So it's personnel, it's deep, it's depth. They just they don't have it. Are they going to be a better team next year when they get a little more depth? I'm sure they'll add it. No, you know why? Because they're going to be older, and they aren't LeBron James.
Okay, yo. Okay. Sound like a winner, yo. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very, very, very
They're gonna be
interesting.
interesting.
Oh
They're
yeah,
gonna be interesting.
that
This
West
team,
is, huh?
the West is weak. Golden State winning last year was a fluke. Um,
Laura
the
says
war
a
the
lot. Laura says a lot of nerve. Uh, I think that was directed at Vance saying something stupid, and it was like a lot of nerve of him saying something stupid like that. Thank you, Laura.
A lot of nerve.
a lot of nerve. Hey, Lord. So the thing is this: Golden State is not that good. Steph Curry is getting back and getting hurt again. Klay Thompson's getting a little bit more, but I don't know if he can be the same guy. He definitely can't with his knees and everything. I don't think he can really play the defensive side like he used to. Um, um, Wiggins is mentally gone from his home life struggles and stuff like that. But I be honest with you, and this is not anything bad about the guy. I just think that production wise, the Warriors would be better served moving on from Draymond Green. He's not giving anything. I mean, he leading them in rebound with 6.8. That's not a major rebound. That's average in that sense there. Actually, I'm sorry, he's leading them in assists. And you lead them in assists, but you ain't scoring much. And the fact that you are playing this terrible at home, I mean, on the road, and you're night and day from home and road, tells me the team doesn't have no cohesiveness. Jordan Poole would like to have the rest of those guys there, so you won't be so focused on the fact that he's stealing money. Okay,
Well,
he's not that good.
Okay. Well, while you was away, Jeremiah, we've been chopping it up here around the NBA.
Sound like y'all was talking about Golden State Warriors. It was what y'all talking about.
No, we was talking about OU
Course,
and how they.
Vance had 900 questions he could have picked from, and he picked that.
What about how they been schizophrenic? 1 minute they hot, next minute they cold,
Just
and
no,
everybody.
No. 1 minute they home, the next.
We're
minute
not talking about the Lakers all night.
And then everybody trying to blame it on Green punching Poole in the face. The reason why they like they are, which is a bunch of crap.
No, I don't think the team is mentally right, though. I mean, it may not be because of the punch, but I would say that the punch basically brought out the fact that this team is not where it should be as a unit.
Well, I think Wiggins being gone, that throws their whole defense off. They lost they lost Mike Brown. And I know people go get Wiggins that ain't a big factor, but Wiggins is a major factor on their defense. Then you had Mike Brown, who was the defensive coordinator for the Golden State Warriors. He down there in Sacramento now, so that's an
they suck on defense,
and that's an adjustment for them. And like I said, and then they was weeding out all the bad people and who didn't fit, who did fit. So it's really been a topsy-turvy, but to understand why at home they the number one team in the NBA, and when they go away, they the last team in the NBA. That is baffling. That don't make no sense at all. I'm trying to figure that one out myself.
I mean, they've done poorly in their drafts because I mean.
But Mark, that still don't explain why at home they the number one team in the NBA, but you play away and you get blown out by 20 points by the sorriest teams out there.
Well, because they're not as good. They have a home court advantage. Again, they get fired up being at home. But again, here's a team that's got all this experience with Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Looney. These guys have been there for a long time and have a good amount of leadership and experience. That's supposed to get you over in the road. This team is fractured, dude. This team is very, very fractured. That means they're not for each other. It's easy to come from your own home, your own bed, your own female, and get on and come to the game.
I agree with that. I don't think they're hanging out with each other. I don't think they. I think that you have a lot of individualism.
That's a different scenario
on the team.
Yeah,
that players are out for themselves and what they can do. So you have
they just don't have enough
stuff for that.
They don't.
No, they really don't. I mean, Wiggins, you looking for out of him 17 points a game. He giving you 5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, a steal, a little more than a steal. You're missing that production, which could help or something. But I don't know about it being on the road. I mean, again, what does Draymond Green give you? 8 points a game, 8.5 points a game, 6.8 rebounds, and I'm sorry, 6.8 assists. Looney's actually leading you in rebound with 9 rebounds.
But Draymond Green didn't lead them in that last year. So to say Draymond Green numbers, that ain't help. That don't say nothing.
Yeah.
Who they really missing is Andre Iguodala.
Well, he just got back. He just
Yeah,
got
right.
back, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying when you missing that defensive cog that you normally have and they're not there, you know this, Mark. You're a coach. Let one of your main defensive players not be there. It's gonna throw the whole team off, and nobody knows why Wiggins is gone.
No, we know why you didn't see the news.
Well, they came out and said that's not true. That's farthest away from the truth. I don't know. So,
All right,
but
we're gonna leave it right there, Jeremiah. We're gonna leave it right there, man, and we're gonna see. But I just don't think they have enough this year. I just don't think they do, man. So, fellas, all right, we've been around the NBA, man. Before we get out of here tonight, though, I do want to bring up, and this will probably, Phil, come on back in the screen, man. You gonna come back in the screen? Come on back. This gonna make you happy.
Bring your other shoulder.
Your boy trying to make a comeback, man. And what do you think about your boy?
61%.
62. He had
62%.
62. You said 62, but I think it's 65.
Well,
no,
anyway,
it ain't 65.
Anyway it goes, it's the year I said he'd do over 60, and Mark said he wouldn't. As usual, I was right.
he need.
I mean, but at 2 yards a pass, I mean, okay.
Tell him, Phil. It don't matter how you get it, as long as you get it.
Tom Brady is the check down king. Yeah, he said nothing about that.
Hey, my thing is he has to humble himself, and because he's not willing to humble himself, ain't no team for us to pick him up. You come out and you say, I know I'm better than some of them 32 quarterbacks we got on out there. Come on, dude. You're not coming in to be no starter. If you come, why you think all them Caucasian players, Chase Daniels and all them can continue to be backup quarterbacks? They humbling themselves. They not saying a single word. Cam Newton, if he want to play in the NFL, he's gonna have to humble himself and realize if I come, I'm gonna be a backup. I'm not fit to be one of the 32 starters unless one of the 32 starters get hurt. I'm gonna be a backup, and he got to come to grips with that, or go play for the XFL or the USFL.
Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit of something about what you just said, Jeremiah. The thing is this. When Cam Newton was last in the league in 2021, Cam Newton said himself he would relegate himself to being a backup. You know what they said as a league? You have too much personality. But
then, Phil, if you saying that, then don't come out and say that I know I'm better than one of the 32 teams.
Why should he shut up? Why should he set up and lie?
Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Then you talking out the side of your neck.
No, you're talking outside your neck. Why would he set up as a professional, as a quarterback, as a leader, and say I'm no good?
I didn't say.
I mean, his
no good.
His confidence.
His play tells us he's no
he
good.
He should be saying he's better than those people. He should be saying it. Now, because the locker room can't handle it.
Hey, Phil, he better than Zach Wilson, but he ain't got a job no more.
He do got a job. He ain't got no starting job.
Yeah. Cam is not in the league right now because of his personality. It's too big. Because when somebody doesn't do something, the first thing somebody says when they look at Cam's stature, it ain't about he can't throw the short pass. It's about we think that guy can give us a chance. And that's what messes with the locker room, and that's why Cam Newton isn't in the league right now.
Cam Newton ain't in the
league. He ain't in the league because he got a lousy arm. But
okay, well, we'll see.
That is not.
He ain't in the league.
Hey, Phil, career-wise, he averaging 60%, 59.9% is his completion average.
And that says what? What's Tom Brady averaging?
It just says he's at 60%.
What's Tom Brady averaging?
I wasn't saying it to be bad.
What's Tom Brady averaging?
Oh Lord, man.
Yeah,
Let me look him up, man. Let me look him up.
Well, look
Let me
here,
look
y'all.
him up.
Hey, we're gonna wish Cam. I'm gonna wish Cam if you want to get back in the league.
Hey,
Come
Phil,
on.
I posted what Shannon Sharp said about Cam Newton. Go look at it.
hold it.
Well, Shannon,
Hold it. See, Jeremiah, here's the difference between me and people like you. I go off of stuff. Oh, y'all almost said something. I go off of stuff I feel. I don't listen to what the next person says. You don't shut up and get me cursing.
All right, hey, Phil, right now, rest your voice. I'm gonna take a station break, and when we come back, man, you're gonna take us out of here with Phil knows it all. Woo, boy, we done had a hot
Jeremiah
night.
trying to get me cursing. No.
No, I wouldn't do that, Phil. I pray for you tonight, though.
Tune in to CAN TV, y'all, the African American Network, where we have a local Phil with a global reach. You're in the room with sports talk. You got Jeremiah, you got Mark, you got Phil, and I'm your host, Vance Bradford, y'all. And next voice you're gonna hear is
Vance, before
Go
you
ahead, Mark.
throw it to Phil, tell him that Tom Brady's career completion is 64.3.
Exactly. I already knew it was 64. That's my whole point to you. The GOAT is 64, and Cam is 60, and he's this close to the
Do you
GOAT.
know how big of a difference that is?
Rest that voice, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going into our third favorite segment of the night. And
He's
it's
this
a
close
segment
to the
that we
GOAT.
call
He's this
Phil
close.
knows it all. All right, Phil, talk to us, baby.
Hey, look, I'm glad it's National Women's Month. Definitely a time to celebrate. We want to get that in, right? But you know, I keep asking myself, why do I keep coming back every time I'm talking about something? Why do I keep coming back to voting and politics? And it dawned on me that even when you're talking about everything that the women have done for this country and continue to do, it works as the great divide. I'm sitting up here and I'm saying, man, for the women to be celebrated and everything the way it go, they must really be in concert with each other. But then I look around and I see that that's not it at all. You know why? Because you have a maniacal group of women who set out to work against the best interest of other women. Now, let me explain. You have a group of women who are white evangelical Christians who follow the insane structure that these men put down for them, and they just go right along with it like sheep walking off a cliff. And they set up and do and go and vote and any and everything you can for these idiotic things that work against the rights of women. And you know who follows suit? That suburban housewife. Yeah, that white suburban housewife. It makes no sense that you're going to work against your best interest. Don't set up and tell me that you're doing it because you're, oh my God, you think we're crazy, but we're doing this because we're pro-life. That's why we do these idiotic things that we do working against women. No, it's not. You're not pro-life. Because you know, if you were pro-life, you wouldn't be sitting up here allowing these Republicans, these GOP men to set up and vote to pass legislation to have women killed because they want to make a decision for their own bodies. You wouldn't set up and allow women such as yourself to get septic and almost die, other than the fact that you don't care about women. We're here to celebrate National Women's Day, and you don't want to be a part of it. That makes no sense to me. So, what that means is incumbent upon you black men, yes, you non-voting black men, to get out here and support the women so that this nonsensical legislation can stop at some point, because it will not. As long as you have these people, these women following blindly, all of these different GOP-led states are going to create all of these laws. Understand what I said? Laws that will say murder a woman if she does something that she wants to do because it's her body. So until you set up and join forces, remember, they're not stopping there with one state. They're not stopping with South Carolina. They're coming any and every place they can go. And they're making legislation along the way that's only going to slow anything later on that you wish to do. So you better get on the bandwagon now and start protecting these women's rights. Because guess what? You're next. You can sit back and think you aren't, but you are. You're next. Thank you.
Wow, good stuff there, Phil.
Hey Phil, you gotta stop using all these big words, man. I can't be I can't be googling non-stisticles and all this other stuff, man. You got talk normal.
And you graduated from OU, huh?
Oh. Once again, though, you nailed it, Phil. Once again, and I'm glad you saved that voice to deliver. Man, great approach, man. Well, fellas, it's been a great night,
I'll say something on that too. That was really good, Phil. And just as a little side tip there, Dak Prescott's completion percentage is 66.
That's my point. That's my point. You're talking about the GOAT, and Cam Newton is this close to the GOAT.
No, hold on, Phil. I just told you in my just a doggone minute, he ain't the GOAT. So stop saying he the GOAT.
I'm just telling you, Marc's consensus GOAT. Cam Newton this close.
He ain't the GOAT.
He's not my GOAT.
The GOAT quarterback of all time to me is Dan Marino.
Ladies and gentlemen, you see, we get hyped over here on
GOAT football player, Lawrence Taylor.
It was a great night, y'all. We're gonna see y'all next Tuesday. As my fellas go out and chat about it, what's happening, man. Real quick then, now since y'all cooled down, give me something real quick, Jeremiah, Mark, and Phil on the way out. And keep it 30 seconds or less. Let's do it.
I'll go first.
Yeah,
go to www.sicklecelloklahoma.org, www.sicklecelloklahoma.org. Donate to sickle cell to support his family with sickle cell disease. Your money is used to help the families in Oklahoma and sometime in other states also. So go to www.sicklecelloklahoma.org.
I go next. Looking forward to coaching this AAU season. Should be fun. Shout out to Vance for his perfect brackets because he only picks winners after they won. So his bracket should be perfect. That's why he didn't say anything about it, because he has no surprises whatsoever in his brackets.
Phil, go ahead, man.
No, I just want to say, hey, congratulations to all the women out there, and happy National Women's Day.
And that'll do it. That'll do it for us tonight, y'all. Here on Sports Talk on TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local field.
Not me. Why not me?
She
Bella Flag, Sedaria.
Next Tuesday, y'all.
Hey. He's this close to the GOAT.
Hey, you getting closer and closer with that finger. It was like this.
That percentage is very significant. 5%. I looked up Trent Dilfer for kicks. He's 55% completion.
See?
And he got a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.